Hi friends and friendly subscribers, welcome back to my channel. This is Inner Hill Tarot, and today we're going to do energy pairing between the two fairy tale tarot. Both is out of print right now. Both are produced way long before COVID. One is come from one of my favorite tarot deck creator, Baba Studio, from Karen Mahoney and Alex Ukulov. I hope I don't butcher your name, guys. Because if you don't hear people saying their name how they should be pronounced these days, so many people from international community in tarot have like names that I never pronounced before, so I'm really sorry if I butchered your name. Karen Mahoney, I quite have confidence I'm not butchering your name. So basically, one of the deck is the Fairy Tale Tarot from them, Baba Studio, and another one is the really well anticipated of the reprint of this Fairy Tale Tarot by Lisa Hunt that I acquired a copy recently, even though it's not in a perfect condition, but I love it that I got the edition prior to COVID anyway. So let's open the deck, shall we? I know it's very not in a good condition, but I don't mind it because the inside, the deck and the book itself is quite okay and pristine, so I really don't mind it. But this one, I got it in a very good deal. It was in an auction and I won it in a very good price as well. And this also long out of print long time ago. And I'm so excited to do this video because I've been wanting to do it for a while now, but for some reason I didn't get into it, and then other deck coming by, and yeah, many other things. And why do I want to do this energy pairings at this time is because right now is a very good period of creating our own fairy tale, if you will. Like most of us know by now, it's the time of second lunation in Aries, and after the solar eclipse, it's kind of like giving us the chance to really understand what is the next step for us internally. And an internal process is always started with an idea, with the Ace of Wands, right? And this Ace of Wands, sometimes it's convoluted with still old patterns, and so therefore I feel that to see the to create our own fairy tale, it's also good to understand what kind of story that we've been telling ourselves again and again before. And I really feel that to see tarot or to read tarot from the fairy tale perspective can disidentify all of this personal story that we've been telling ourselves for a long time into a third party. It's not to disown or to dispersonalize these stories, but we just learning not to put emotional feeling on it anymore, or emotion behind it. Because if we still feel a very strong emotion, that means those old stories that actually obsolete for us, doesn't belong to us anymore, it still affects us today, right? So that's why I want to do the energy pairing today, so that with the meditation as well, that we can go through it together, we can see that a lot of things that correlates with our personal stories, we can slowly let it go by meditating with these cards. Okay, so let's start this. And why do I prefer these two decks as well? Because I feel that there is a certain different type of energy for decks that created before COVID era and after COVID era. I genuinely feel that. And also, like this deck, for example, it's printed in 2005, right? And let's see this one, the Fairy Tale Tarot by Lisa Hunt. When does it print it? Printed in 2009. Okay, it's first edition. So I truly believe that decks that came out prior, especially prior to 2010, have a different quality of feeling and attention to detail than after 2010. Why 2010? Because 2010 in September is the first time when iPhone came out to Seoul, and I feel that it's not a dish on iPhone or AI or whatever it is, but I feel that when this smart technology come into market, it's truly changed our life forever. It's kind of reducing our attention of span of attention, and just reducing our focus in detail in general. Therefore, I feel that whenever I wanted to work with a deck that needed attention of details and needed a certain kind of precision in certain kind of energy in working with, I always use decks that created prior 2010. It's not like being snob or anything, it's just generally personally how I feel about things. Okay, and this week, if I manage to upload and create more videos this week, I will also make a comparison between the Fairy Tales tarot that created prior this time 2010 and afterwards and during COVID. I saw very different and very interesting dynamic and energies in all of these decks. Okay, but now let's focus on these two decks first. It's already 8 minutes inside the video. As you know, if you're a fan of Baba Studio tarot decks, they have like a very comprehensive book, like guidebooks for their decks, and every time I always learn a lot of new things from the story that Karen Mahoney weave into these books, you know. So I always cherish whenever, that's why I can work with certain precise energy whenever I work with their decks. That's one reason also their decks are very, very popular, I feel, because it's very precise. And with the one with the Fairy Tale Tarot from Lisa Hunt, I haven't worked with it yet that long because I just acquired this copy. There's a different quality of energy. It's more dreamy in a way. It feels like a shadowscape tarot feel from Stephanie Punmunlao, but nevertheless, it's also a very beautiful deck to work with. So in this sense, let's try to have a different feeling. Let's try to see the different feeling and meditate with these cards. And I hope this video can help you to create your own fairy tale and your new reality at this moment. This is the best time to manifest, guys. Let's do this. Okay, so let's start the flip through. Okay guys, we just finished the silent flip through energy pairing between the two fairy tales tarot from Baba Studio and from Lisa Hunt. I love both deck. I don't know what you think about it. I'm just going to give you a quick summary for what I'm feeling for both two decks together. I feel both deck is quite amazing in a way that depicting different kind of fairy tales around the world. And also one thing that I realize it's some of the energy archetype that's being depicted in these two decks are very, very similar. For example, the one that I've noticed quite a lot is the energy of the Eight of Swords. It's very, very interesting. For example, this the fairy tarot from Baba Studio talking about the Rapunzel story, right, with the two hair here, and the Lisa Hunt story of the Eight of Swords is about this woman. I don't know what is the story about, but it's really similar with this Rapunzel hair with these two snakes, and it's just like kind of also reminding me of, you know, when you want to tell a new story in your life, there is just like this blockages that keep repeating, and this too long serpent-like being. Well, this is really serpent, and this is serpent-like. It's really something that we kept telling ourselves again and again and again, and we cannot get out of, you know. So sometimes it's a very long excuse story that I feel that this is like a very long trauma that is kind of have a snowball effect for us. So whenever we confronted with the same kind of energy again, for example, for me, I kind of have a problem with authority. So whenever I meet up authority figures or being told some kind of like authoritative figure, it's kind of bring me back to all of the childhood memories and all of the punishment that I got from authoritative figures, for example. So this is what I see from the Eight of Swords. So it's not the authoritative figure anymore, but it's just like from us ourselves that's kept playing in our heads. Even though for Rapunzel, of course, she uses this trauma, these snakes to help her suitor to help her, you know. So this is, to me, it's like a therapy sessions, how we can ask the therapist to the psychologist, the shrink, whatever, to help us to get out of our own tower, you know. So this is one of the cards that's quite striking to me, and the similarities, even though it's different story, of course. And yeah, it's like the Two of Pentacles, if I'm not wrong. Let's see as well. Two of Pentacles. You see, like this two cards is also very interesting to me, because it's Two of Pentacles is the energy of thinking and juggling, right? And yeah, look at the person in here, it's quite similar. And also with the men and women, they all wear similar clothes. The man who had to mind the house, you know. It's very interesting because I think they both have like a different story, but the way it's depicted is quite similar energy and this similar personality. I feel similar clothing with the reds, even though this is in the pants, this is in the clothing, but then also a similar clothing and on the top it's just reversed. So it's very fascinating to me. I haven't, you see, this is one of the reason I like to do energy pairing videos, because I see things that's normally I wouldn't see, you know, if I only see one deck at a time. And also the feeling of the Puss in Boots. So the Puss in Boots in Lisa's deck is in position of the mentor, which is the Hierophant, the Puss in Boots. And in Baba's studio deck is in a Nine of Cups, when he already finished the battle that he need to do, you know. So it's a very interesting connectivity between the two decks as well. Like one is acting as the law, not the law, but you know, like the tradition, he's the teacher and stuff like this. And the other one is like he's in a satisfied the same archetype depicted in a satiety, you know. If you're, and it's also connected as well, if you're very happy with your life, then there's a point that you're going to be beam up, or you have a glow up, right? And you start to teach others how to be happy with themselves, you know. So it's very fascinating to me, the connection of these two decks. Do we have, oh yeah, one thing also that I'm realizing about these two decks as well is the naming of the major arcana. So for the Fairy Tale Tarot, Karen Mahoney decided to stick with the RWS, Rider-Waite-Smith deck naming of the archetype, while Lisa Hunt just go deliberately on her own interpretation of the archetype. And I feel that from her deck, a lot of people these days taking her lead as well to rename the archetype based on what is suited for their own deck. But let me research it a little bit more and, you know, make another video, and this time it will include it in more comprehensive timeline than only these two in the 2000s, early 2000s. It's very fascinating. Interestingly, the magician is still the magicians, and I feel it's a bit pity that we don't get the name of the story in a Lisa Hunt deck that compared to the Baba Studio deck. And also size wise, the Baba Studio one is bigger, so it's easier to look at, even though it's also have borders, but I don't mind it. In overall, the image size is the same. So yeah, for example, the High Priestess as well, it's quite similar looking to me. I don't know, I'm probably wrong. And also the name of the High Priestess in Lisa Hunt deck is the Sorceress. So yeah, it's very fascinating. Fascinating. And look at this, the Empress. And it's exactly the same story of Cinderella for the Very Good Mother. It's kind of like really give me chills, you know. And the pumpkin, of course, pumpkin has so many symbolism. If you're one of the pumpkins that's really symbolic right now in this day and age is really the Yayoi Kusama pumpkins, you know. It's kind of the symbolic have a symbolic meaning of giving your dream come true, actually, right? With this Very Good Mother, she turned this pumpkin into the chariot for Cinderella. So the pumpkin is like the second chakra, our creativity, our sexuality, and how we harness it into a chariot to gain what we want to have in our life, basically. It's very fascinating energy. So that's it for me today, guys. Please do let me know what do you think of this video. If you're new to my channel, welcome to this channel where I don't do a lot of readings in this channel. I have another tarot cards reading created Inner Healer Tarot readings. You can see that one for reading you want to see. In here in this channel, I'm more like giving my insight of what tarot decks looks like, silent flip through, you know, all of these goodies, and doing hot takes. And I hope my videos is helpful for those who are learning tarot, as I also learning a lot and so much from reading the comments and doing the video myself. And please, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, share, and comments. That's the easiest way for you to help my channel to grow. And if you're like very very loyal subscribers, I don't want to say loyal, but if you're my subscribers for a long time, thank you so much for your time watching my videos. I always grateful for your energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please do have a good day and night whenever you watch this video, and see you in the next video. Okay, thank you guys. Bye.